There's something special about this place because things happen here that you just a little bit of stadium magic. I don't know what you call it, but when the stadium opened, Willie Mays hit the first home run. Who else? There's not another ballpark in the world who can claim something like that. Matt Williams, when he was a AAA player for the Giants, I think it was in the mid-late 80s, the scouts came to see if he was ready to be called up to the bigs. He hit 4 home runs in that game, and he sealed his fate. I mean, these sort of stories that pop up are just, it's just amazing how they just occur. And it adds to the allure of the ballpark. The San Francisco Giants were the first tenant for spring training. They were here until 1981, and then Oakland moved in '82. We're here through 2014, and it's been the home of Sun Devil baseball since 2015. This was also the home of the Phoenix Giants and the Phoenix Firebirds, the AAA team for the Giants. The light poles came from the Polo Grounds in New York. When the Giants left New York for San Francisco, the Mets moved into the Polo Grounds for a couple of years before the old Shea Stadium was built. And when it was torn down, the Giants took the light poles and brought them here to Phoenix Muni, and they still stand here today. Immediately following the '03 spring training, the city of Phoenix and the Oakland A's combined efforts put in $8.6 million, and that's when our press box went from a 700 square foot open air concrete box to over 7,000 square feet, accommodate both home and road TV and radio, suites, air conditioning, restrooms, elevator. We gutted the concourse. It was concrete and asphalt, and we tore it all out, and now you have a nice integral colored concrete. And on that, we etched in a historical timeline for Cactus League baseball. And it starts down the end of the third base line, wraps behind home plate, and heads up the first base line. We left some spots open for future things. We cut the box office in half to double the width of the entrance. The bridge that comes over the street used to just corkscrew around. We expanded it with a better staircase and a ramp, elevated the picnic area, added a second floor to the admin building with an elevator shooting down to the clubhouse, and we built a whole brand new maintenance facility down by the practice field. One of the first things I noticed difference between dealing with the MLB players and the collegiate players was the dugout. The MLB guys sat on the back of the dugout bench, not on the seat up top, and their cleats would destroy where you would normally sit on the bench. Where all the college student athletes, they stand on the rail, and there's rubber flooring. I've never replaced that rubber flooring in the time that Oakland was here with these new dugouts. I've had to replace them twice because they're there with their cleats, and you get a win, they're hopping that rail. Spring training, they win the game, they're heading to the locker room and off to the golf course. To put it in perspective, when I moved in, when I started in 2001, there were 10 teams in the Cactus League, and 3 of them were in Tucson. So we had 7 teams in the Valley, 2 of them were in the city of Phoenix. We had almost a third of the market. You fast forward to 2013, 2014, there's 15 teams in the Cactus League, they're all in the Valley. Oakland had an opportunity to move into Hoboken. Very nice ballpark, a lot newer than Phoenix Muni. So they were able to move over there and have a bit of an upgrade. And for ASU to go from a collegiate stadium that didn't have a lot of amenities to move into a major league spring training, it just sort of worked for everybody. It was a win-win-win situation. The Malone hitting facility it probably is one of the best in the country right now. When ASU first moved in, I was still naive to Sun Devil baseball and even college baseball. I've been working with the pros for so long, and I kept hearing we need a new batting cage, and there was a part in my brain that said, the cages we have now are good enough for Major League Baseball. And then I started seeing some other facilities, and I saw what they had at TCU, and I said, okay, now I know what they're talking about. And we chopped off half the bleachers on the first base side, big garage doors, so you can have open air, air conditioned, Sonos sound system. There's 3 bays, hitting bays in there, and it connects to the locker room. So no matter what the weather is outside, we could have a monsoon going on, and you couldn't hit in the cage, you could just walk down there and hit away. And one of the nice amenities we have is the Devil Deck. It's a giant balcony that shoots out towards the field and almost parallels the foul line. And so you are right on top of the action. I mean, you can't get a better view than that. We moved the outfield walls in. We took the bullpens, which were on the baselines, and put them behind the outfield wall. And now we're 333 feet down left, 334 down right, and 395 straightaway center field.
Boy.